Hi, I'm Jason Layton. I run the Dynamic Wrestling Academy in Hop Hog, New York, and we want to share some secrets that we use to make our academy a success for both our coaches and our members. So let's get right into it. Our academy does about $500,000 a year in revenue. 75% of our revenue comes from private lessons. About 20% comes from monthly memberships where wrestlers are paying to participate in practices, and about 5% comes from competitions that we host here. Private lessons are the core of our business, so we've developed an ecosystem to support all of the coaches involved. There's about 10 coaches that are working out of our academy. We've standardized our pricing for private lessons. Lessons start at $50 and get less expensive if you purchase a package, and lessons are for groups of 2, so each wrestler is paying that amount. If these prices seem high, it's just because Long Island is a very expensive region in the country to live. We are reasonably priced for our location. We share the revenue with our coaches. Coaches who do private lessons receive 60% of the revenue, while the club receives 40%. Therefore, a lesson could potentially be worth $60 an hour for the coach and $40 an hour for the club. When there's only one wrestler, we'll either pull a partner out of practice for free or have the coach do a one-on-one with the wrestler, depending on which is more appropriate. We use a software called Mind Body Online to organize our gym, to handle billing, to schedule lessons, to pay out our coaches, and etc. I may make a tutorial on how we actually use that in the future, but for now, here's a picture of how our schedule looks on a typical day. Coaches keep their availability listed, so that way we don't even need to confirm with them when someone schedules a lesson. So long as it's not the day of, if a wrestler calls and say, hey, I want a lesson Friday at 3:30, do you have coaches available? We can slot them in, or they can call up and be like, hey, I really want to work with Coach Quasey. Is he available? When is he available? It's pretty easy for us to do. We don't even have to tell the coaches. The software sends emails to them letting them know. One of the most difficult challenges that we've faced as we've scaled is all of the scheduling and the finding proper partners for lessons. We've created the position of lessons coordinator. This person's job is to use the Warzone pairing software to find potential partners and then handle all the scheduling between the wrestlers and coaches involved. Okay, so this is the list of all the potential wrestlers in our club that might be interested in private lessons. If I'm trying to pair someone, let's say I'm trying to pair Peter, I would just move him to the top. I'd click View Best Pairings, and it shows me who the computer suggests in order from top to bottom of all the potential partner matchups. I can see everybody on this screen would work pretty good based on their weights, their ages, and their weight adjusted rating. As I scroll down, it gets worse. Like if we go to the bottom, obviously we're not putting him with a 98-pound 13-year-old, but the more wrestlers we have, the better this works. Now the private lessons coordinator has several potential people to reach out to and find out if they're interested in doing lessons at the available times. If you're not familiar with Warzone already, you can check out wellruntournaments.com. I'm the creator of that software. That's how we accurately rate the wrestlers. It's pretty awesome. The rating system is very accurate. If you're interested in getting Warzone for your academy to either hold events or just to use the pair private lessons, you can check out wellruntournaments.com/FAQ to find out more information. So another thing that's important here is that all of our coaches need to be teaching in the same way. I didn't just want to open the club up to coaches to come in and teach their style, because if I teach a double one way and another coach teaches it another way, another coach teaches it a third way, it confuses the wrestler. So we needed to be all on the same system. And we've created what we call the Dynamic Wrestling Curriculum, which is 212 different movements spread across 16 levels that we teach all of our wrestlers. Every coach is teaching off the curriculum. Doesn't mean that the coach isn't sometimes showing things that aren't in the curriculum or teaching their favorite setups, but every wrestler is being brought through the curriculum the same way. We also use colored shirts as an incentive as kids make it to the next level. I'm currently wearing the purple shirt. The orange shirt is the top. Everyone starts at black. They earn these shirts based on their grading of the movements. We grade wrestlers on 1 to 3. 3 means mastered the movement, knew it perfectly by just being told the name. 2 means they're pretty good at the movement, but they don't necessarily know it inside and out. 1 means, hey, we should continue working on this right now, because they don't know it that well yet. And I'll tell you, the incentive of getting the new colored shirt has got these kids going home and studying their videos and working extra hard, because it is a status symbol for them. And it's just a good way to incentivize them to study and work harder. The way we track this is terrible. We use an Excel sheet right now. It looks like a jumbled mess. We are going to build software soon for tracking this accurately and appropriately. We have a coach's lounge for the coaches. We wanted a comfortable place for them to be able to hang out between lessons. It's got couch, video game, projector, stuff they'd want where they'd want to hang out if they wanted to get away from everyone. The only people allowed in there are coaches or any wrestler who has earned their orange shirt. We haven't had a wrestler earn their orange shirt yet, but a few are getting close. We charge $150 per month to practice with our team for unlimited practices, which are 7 days a week. You can also pay the $20 drop-in fee. You do not have to be a member to attend private lessons. They are separate. We also have a program for our 3 to 5-year-olds, which meets twice a week for an hour. We charge $100 a month for that.
How you feeling today, Will?
Today, hot dog and pizza and soda and just chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets?
Yeah.
We also have a girls team. They train free. They train twice a week. We're trying to help grow girls wrestling. Even though the girls team is free, many of the girls started signing up for private lessons right away, so it's already paying for itself. We also run a free practice every Sunday night for freestyle and Greco-Roman. It's free to anyone who wants to attend, whether or not you're a member of the club. We also allow coaches from other programs to come down with their shoes and participate. We just want to help our region get good at freestyle and Greco. We also offer free Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu classes 3 days a week. It's included with the membership for the wrestlers, but we also let the parents participate if they want. We want our parents exercising. Anyone who has a membership to our academy also has access to our weight room. The whole family can use it. We encourage parents to try to exercise while their children are wrestling. We offer a free introductory private lesson to any wrestler who wants to check out our gym. The main reason for this is because it's so difficult to integrate beginners into an advanced pack. By having a coach come to meet them, take their family on a tour of the facility, and hold the wrestler's hand through his first practice, it makes them much more comfortable, and more importantly, it makes sure that our beginner 7-year-old doesn't get beat up bad on his first day here. We want kids leaving feeling like they've been challenged, but that they're excited and have had a good time. And since we've implemented that policy, our retention has skyrocketed. The coach who does the introductory lesson is not paid for the lesson, but they get credit for recruiting that wrestler, which I'll talk about in a moment. And they're also the most likely coach to do future private lessons with that wrestler. They form a bond with the wrestler. All coaches who recruit wrestlers receive 20% of that wrestler's monthly membership dues for the lifetime of that wrestler. That means if the wrestler is paying $150 per month, the coach who recruited them gets $30 per month. They get this either if they're the coach who actually found the wrestler and brought him down, or if a wrestler just called the gym and I was like, okay, let me slot you for an intro lesson with this coach. The coach will receive those funds regardless as to whether or not the coach is still working here. So if you did the work of recruiting the wrestler and getting him integrated to the gym, but let's say you quit in 3 months, you'll still be paid for the lifetime of that wrestler. The only way that we take this away from the coaches is if they go work at a rival club or like start their own club in the neighborhood. We've only had to deal with that once. It's a pretty rare occurrence. Check out our reality show, The Grind, on YouTube. It's awesome if you like watching little kids get beat up and cry and their parents freak out. It's a good show. You'll like it. We put some wholesome parts in there too. And I have a ton of fun. So there you go. That's an insight into how we run the Dynamic Wrestling Academy here on Long Island. If you have any questions or comments, shoot them down below. If you have any advice or suggestions for me, I'd love to hear it. There's still plenty to learn and plenty more optimization to do here as we build the greatest team in America. So thanks for watching. Thank you very much.